All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to the deep dive. We're looking at a stack of sources today that, well, it pretty much confirms what we've all been feeling.
That the accelerator is just gone.
Exactly. The pedal is all the way down.
Yeah.
AI has moved so far past being just a clever chatbot. It's rushing into this realm of truly autonomous agentic systems. And they're reshaping, everything. Critical infrastructure, global power, our daily lives.
It's not really an acceleration anymore, is it? It feels more like an exponential leap. And our listener, the learner, sent in this incredible material. It's a really dense collection detailing these massive new corporate partnerships, huge changes to e-commerce, and
the departure side?
Yeah, and unfortunately, a fresh set of very serious ethical and security risks that are playing out in real time.
So our mission here is to distill all of that, to find the pieces that really explain what this means for your job, how you shop, and, how you stay safe online without just drowning you in jargon.
And if you need an initial shock to really see how the old rules are out the window, just look at this one alliance, Apple. The classic walled garden, right?
Right.
They are integrating Google's Gemini AI models, their cloud tech, to supercharge Siri.
That is staggering. Apple relying on its biggest rival's brain, basically. What is the logic there?
It signals a few things. First, Apple knows the race for foundational model supremacy is just. It's too expensive to go it alone, and Google has a clear lead in consumer AI right now.
A temporary lead, maybe.
Maybe. But second, this partnership is already paying off. Our sources show it played a huge role in Alphabet, Google's parent, overtaking Apple as the world's second most valuable public company.
Wow. So the AI race is literally redefining who's at the very top.
It is.
And that partnership, it didn't just happen in a vacuum. It really highlights that the foundation for this new world is being built right under our feet.
Absolutely. We're seeing a massive infrastructure arms race. You just have to look at NVIDIA.
Jensen Huang's keynote.
Exactly. Their vision is less about just selling chips now and more about selling entire AI operating systems. The hardware, the software, a full framework to transform basically every industry.
So it's like building the roads and the power grid for the AI economy, not just the cars.
That's a great way to put it. But to run these enormous models, you need a staggering amount of power and space.
And money.
And a staggering amount of investment. That's why you see OpenAI and SoftBank pouring $1 billion through SB Energy.
Just to build data centers in Texas.
Right, as part of the Stargate project. And that number, $1 billion, it just screams how insatiable the demand for AI computing power has become. Your capability is now literally limited by energy and real estate.
We sometimes forget that, don't we? That AI isn't just code floating in the cloud. It's physical buildings burning incredible amounts of energy. But the innovation isn't only in these giant server farms. It's also speeding up right down at the device level, at the edge.
That's where the really big efficiency leaps are happening. Scientists have created this atom-thin, content-addressable memory technology.
Okay, that sounds incredibly complex. Break that down for us. Why is that specific type of memory a game changer?
Okay, so think of traditional memory like a library where you have to know the exact shelf number to find a book. You search by address.
Right.
Content addressable memory is like asking the librarian, hey, do you have the book about the French Revolution? And the memory itself instantly finds the content, not the address.
Ah, okay, so it's much more intuitive.
And vastly more energy efficient. It enables real-time processing right on your device. This is what's going to accelerate autonomous cars, letting them make split-second decisions locally without constantly talking to the cloud.
So your car, your glasses, they get smarter and faster on their own.
Exactly.
So we've established the new foundation. These wild alliances, the massive data centers, the super efficient hardware. Now let's talk about where it hits your wallet, agentic commerce.
This is a fundamental restructuring of how we shop online. It's moving past just, you might also like this, to deploying autonomous agents that act for you. And the standard driving this is Google's Universal Commerce Protocol, the UCP.
UCP, okay. Sounds corporate, but what does it actually do for me, the shopper?
Think of it as the first open standard designed for AI agents. It lets a single agent, say, one in a chat app, handle the entire journey.
The entire thing.
The whole thing. Searching for products across different stores, managing the checkout, making the payment. And you have major players on board, Walmart, Shopify, Etsy, Wayfair, all using the same standard.
So if I tell my AI, I need new hiking boots and a set of light bulbs, it doesn't just send me a bunch of links.
Nope.
It actually finds the best options, maybe from 2 different stores, puts them in one cart and buys them, without me doing anything else.
Precisely. And the key that makes it all frictionless is the payment system. You have Visa and MasterCard integrated through systems like Agent Pay. This lets the agent buy stuff directly inside the conversation, so you're not typing in your credit card and shipping info over and over again. Convenience on another level.
That level of convenience, though, it makes me a little skeptical. Is this really good for the consumer? Or does it just make us spend more money because all the friction is gone?
That is the crucial question, and the retailers are wrestling with it too. Walmart and Google are already using Gemini for personalized shopping, and the benefit for you is clear. It's easy, it's customized, but this standardization is also creating a big rift.
The resistance. This is where the power struggle starts.
It is. You have giants like Kroger and Lowe's testing their own proprietary AI agents. They are actively avoiding Google's platform.
Why? To keep control of the customer data.
Exactly that. They don't want to hand over that valuable data, that customer loyalty, to a universal AI agent that's owned by Google. It's a battle for who owns the relationship with the customer.
So it's a fight over the interface and the data trail.
Yep. And in response, you're seeing smaller companies building tools to help those independent retailers. Patchworks launched its Model Context Protocol, MCP.
And what does that do?
It's basically an internal defense tool. It gives a retailer's own AI assistant real-time data from all their internal systems so they can compete without having to rely on an external platform like Google's ECP.
So the infrastructure is built, the commerce engine is running, but all these incredible capabilities are raising equally incredible questions about safety and ethics and trust. Let's shift to that, because the crisis of trust developing around AI is maybe the most urgent thing in these sources.
It really is. And we've moved so quickly from just hypothetical threats to, real-world harm.
And the biggest controversy lately has been around Elon Musk's Grok AI. It faced this intense global backlash after generating sexually explicit deepfakes.
And this wasn't just online chatter. Malaysia and Indonesia banned the chatbot entirely. A really swift, dramatic response.
And the pressure is building everywhere. In the UK, the government is moving to criminalize apps that use AI to remove clothing from images, these so-called AI nudification apps.
At the same time, their regulator, Ofcom, is investigating X over how it's handling this kind of content.
And the pressure's also on the gatekeepers, right, the app stores. U.S. senators are pushing Apple and Google to just remove Grok from their stores completely.
Which really makes you question if the normal app review process is even equipped to handle these autonomous agents.
Beyond the deepfake crisis, we're seeing brand new security threats. Security researchers found the first known use of generative AI to actually create malware.
It was a fake Grok app that was infected with malware targeting macOS users. And the scary part, it was undetectable.
Undetectable malware. That is a serious warning for everyone listening. If AI is creating the malware, how can our current security systems even keep up?
That's the core problem. The sophistication is just skyrocketing, and it's not just consumers. Enterprises are at risk from the very nature of these autonomous systems.
How so?
Well, these AI agents are creating digital identities without any human oversight. This makes security tracing way harder. And one of the specific flaws they found is called the zombie agent flaw in some OpenAI systems.
A zombie agent. What does that do?
It's essentially an indirect attack. A hacker doesn't tell the agent to steal data. Instead, they hide a malicious command inside a document that the agent is likely to read as part of a normal task.
So the agent reads a report, and hidden inside is a command.
Exactly. And the agent executes it silently. It could be sending sensitive data out of the company, and there are no red flags, no human intervention. It's an internal security nightmare.
So the agent gets tricked by his own reading material.
Pretty much. And while the tech giants are dealing with that, consumers are dealing with algorithmic ethics, like dynamic pricing. A top grocery app got a lot of heat for using AI to adjust prices based on demand and your personal order history.
So this isn't just surge pricing for a taxi in the rain. This is for milk, for eggs.
Precisely. People were furious. They realized their neighbor might be paying less for the same gallon of milk just because the AI figured based on their purchase history they were going to buy it anyway.
That complete lack of transparency just destroys trust. It raises a huge ethical question about whether that kind of personalized pricing is even fair.
Right.
Okay, so let's move to our final section and look at the capability milestones that justify all this investment and, frankly, all this risk. Where is AI really transforming the real world?
The benchmarks are now hitting, they're hitting superhuman levels. OpenAI's latest model, which they internally call Poetic, or GPT 5.2x high, scored 75% on the ARC-AGI2 benchmark.
Yeah, what does that benchmark actually test?
It's the abstract reasoning challenge. It's designed specifically to test fluid intelligence, the ability to solve new, abstract visual problems, the kind that require real understanding, not just memorization.
And 75% is a big deal.
It's a huge deal. It means the model is outperforming humans on tasks that require genuine abstract reasoning. It's a true capability leap.
And it's not just benchmarks. We saw mention that GPT 5.2 was credited with a proof for Erdo's problem, #397.
A very complex, long unsolved math problem. And Terence Tao, the famed mathematician, accepted the proof. So AI is now accelerating fundamental human discovery.
When you have that level of thinking, it has to change the workplace.
It's why OpenAI is running this huge experiment right now, comparing AI's job performance directly with humans in real-world white-collar jobs. The results of that are going to shape everything.
And we're already seeing an arms race in hiring. Job seekers are using AI to optimize their applications, to prep for interviews.
Which then forces recruiters to adopt their own advanced AI tools just to screen all those applications fairly. AI literacy is becoming essential on both sides of the table.
And we're seeing immediate real-world benefits in places like healthcare. Ames Deli, a major hospital, is using deep learning software to read chest x-rays.
And it generates a preliminary report in 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes. That's not just efficiency, that's potentially life-saving.
Exactly. It helps human radiologists by flagging the most urgent cases so they can get to them faster. And it's becoming standard in education, too. Teacher use of AI tools has almost doubled since 2023. The goal is for half of all educators to have AI training by 2025.
So it's not a gadget anymore. It's becoming part of how you teach.
It is. And finally, in financial security, the gains are massive and concrete. AI tools from Anthropic and Accenture are transforming retirement planning. The sources estimate they could boost U.S. 401k assets by over $400 billion.
$400 billion. That's a huge benefit flowing directly to millions of regular people.
What a huge amount of ground we've covered today.
It really is. I mean, we've seen three big themes, right? First, this consolidation of power with the Apple-Google alliance and the massive infrastructure being built. Second, the huge consumer utility of things like agentic commerce, but also the resistance it's creating as retailers fight to keep their data.
And third, the inescapable safety and trust crisis. Deepfakes, AI-generated malware, dynamic pricing. And if you connect it all, the advances are happening so fast, the faster x-rays, the math breakthroughs, that the governance debates just can't keep up.
Right. We saw that Anthropic and OpenAI are moving deeper into healthcare, managing medical records, and that promises huge efficiency, but it also sparks these urgent new privacy concerns. Are the systems capable? Yes. But are they trustworthy?
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? We have this autonomous future rushing towards us with agents that have abstract reasoning capabilities now challenging human thought.
And to wrap up with a really provocative thought from the sources, Bill Gates recently warned that advanced AI could be misused to create serious bioterrorism threats. He stressed that proactive governance is vital to prevent that. As these agents become more autonomous, more capable, and more embedded in our critical systems, the whole challenge shifts. We've to stop just asking what AI can do and start focusing really intensely on what universal safeguards must be in place before we can trust it with humanity's deepest, most vulnerable systems. That right there is the question for the next decade.